Today's video is on the Mercedes-Benz with the low temperature cooling circuit. The low temperature cooling circuit is used on the intercooler. The intercooler uses, the olden intercooler used air to cool down the intercooler. In this regard, it is using coolant. So coolant circulates through the intercooler to cool down the warm or hot air coming from the turbo. The engine prefers or performs the best when air going into the combustion system is cold or a little bit warmer, not very hot. So that's important to note, and that's why there's an intercooler on this type of engine with a turbo. So important aspect here, we're demonstrating this process using launch. You can use any other type of diagnostic machine, but in this regard we are using launch. So importantly, each time you work on the cooling system on this type of engines, there's going to be air trapped, and one part that is very difficult to or bleed the air out, it is the low temperature cooling circuit. It has its own pump, which is an electric pump, and because the pump is electric, it therefore gives us another advantage to be able to bleed the system using that pump. And we can do that using the diagnostic machine. Yes, you can bleed in that system manually, but it's going to be a prolonged process. So it's way better to just use the diagnostic machine. In this regard, we're using the launch. You can use any other type of diagnostic machine. So let's get on with it. So we're going to get into the control unit view. Once we are in the control unit view, we're going to choose the drivetrain module. In the drivetrain module, we're going to look for the PTCU, and then we're going to get into that. So while the system is loading, let me just explain two important aspects here. The first important issue is that you need to hook the car to the battery charger, because this whole process takes between minimum 8 minutes all the way up to 15 minutes. So it all depends with how much air is trapped in the system and how strong or the strength of your electric pump. And then the second aspect is that you need to ensure the coolant fill bottle is filled to the top and the cap is removed for the entire process. Okay, so let's move on. So we're going to get into the special function, and then we're going to choose teach in processes, and we're going to commence the bleeding system. So you hear the system humming. The humming, it's a notification that it is loading the system, getting the system ready. So we just need to wait for it. And important, hook your car to the battery charger, because this process can be a little bit longer, so you need to be very patient with the whole process. So you're going to get to this page. I'm not going to read all the instructions there. You can go through those instructions. So without wasting time, I'm going to press continue. And once you continue, you're going to hear the system will start bleeding the system. And all you need to do is to monitor this progress. So the progress is going to start from 0% all the way to 100%. All the way to 100%. And another aspect that you need to monitor, it is the strength of the pump. Okay, the strength should be within this range, 75 to 95. Mine is working at 80%. If the range is below this, or your pump range is below this, it means that there's either electrical or mechanical fault with your pump. So that must be resolved before you get on with this process. So importantly, you need to monitor this all the way to 100%. You do not stop until this gets to 100%. If you stop before it gets to 100%, it means the system is not fully bled. Thank you.